Hello fam, welcome to my channel. So we are going to see this beautiful simple jumpsuit. Yes, very quick one. So I have this fabric 6 years. I'm going to take 2 years of it and we are going to make uses of the 4 years. Yes, please like and share this video. Give subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done so. So I folded the fabric into two. This is the folding part. That one is going down, and then this is the opening part which is going up. Okay, so this is 2 years. So 2 years for front, 2 years for back. So I'm going to fold this like a triangle, not a proper triangle though. So I'm going to fold it this way because I want the leg to be very wide, you see. So this is it. This is it. So this is it, you see. Now after folding it this way, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and see if it will be okay for my measurement. So I'll measure this and see if it will be okay. But when I measured, I realized that now it will not be okay, so I decided to go in again or fold it more so that I can get the measurement that I need. Yes, so I'm going to go a little bit more, fold it a little bit more, and this time around it's okay. So based on your measurement, that is what you will use it to fold, plus 4 inches. Do you get it? So your measurement, that is your bust divided into 4 plus 4, your bust divided into 4 plus, let's say, so I'm measuring 4 inches at that line. Yes, so your bust divided into 4 plus 6 inches. Do you get it? So that 4 inches is going to be, that's what we are going to use it for our crotch. Do you get it? I'm going to rule a line this way. And that line is going to be our starting point. So after taking the 4 inches, the rest should be able to take your bust plus allowance. So what I placed there was my back measurement, which is 8 inches, and I'm going to measure my armhole 10 inches. From the starting point I measured 10 inches, and that's going to be my armhole, and I measured 12 inches as my bust point, shoulder to bust. So 10 inches and 12 inches. So this is the armhole line, and I'm going to draw my armhole curve, you see. And I'm going to do shoulder slope 1 inch. I'm going to mark 3.5 as my neck width, 3.5, and from that point 3.5 I will draw to meet the shoulder slope, and from there I'm going to divide the armhole into 2. Yes, so that's going to be 4.5. Then I'll go in 0.5 to get my front armhole. Do you get it? To get my front armhole. Okay, so this is it. Now I'll go to the next side and get the neck deep for the back. That's 1.5 neck deep, and the front is going to be 8 inches. I made it 8 inches. Yes, so I'm going to join from the 1.5 to the 3.5, and then I'm going to make the neck V, the front neck V. So also join from the 3.5 to the 8 inches. Okay, so the 12 inches, which is the bust point, I'm going to measure it very well. That is my bust there. So my bust divided into 4. Then I added 2 inches to it. The 2 inches, 1 inch for ease, and then 1 inch for sewing allowance. This is shoulder to waist, which is 18. My shoulder to waist. So I measured, I reduced the bust point that I measured. I just reduced 1 inch from it, and that is what I use it for my waist. It is not a fitting dress, so you don't expect to make the waist tight. No, this is a loose dress. Okay, so after the next thing is to join from the bust to the waist. Now from the waist I measure my hip point. So this is going to be my hip line. Yes, that is going to be um my hip line. And then I'm going to measure my crotch from the waist. Now the crotch is hip divided by 4. My hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches. So the hip 48 divided by 4 is going to be 12 plus 3 15. So I measured from my waist the crotch line 15. So this is it, 15 from waist to the crotch line 15. So this is it, as you can see, 15. So your hip divided by 4 plus 3. So this is hip line and crotch line. Okay, so what we are going to do is to now we are going to work on our crotch. Yes, so on the crotch line, what I'm going to do is to go in by 1 inch. Yes, and then draw it to the hip line, you see. And that's going to be my crotch, and that is okay. So here I'm just measuring the length of my jumpsuit, and so the length I use 64. I folded 2 inches in. So at the end of the day, after the sewing everything, I was left with 61. Do you get? So this is the back neck, front neck. This is the shoulder slope, front armhole, back armhole. You see the bust. So I also measured, joined it from the armhole to the waist, you see, to the hip, and then straight down. So let's cut it up. So this is it. So the next thing I'm doing is adding 1 inch allowance for zip. Do you get it? At the back, that one is going to be for the back. And so I'm cutting everything through. I'll first cut the back measurement, and then after I'll take off the back from it and then cut the front. You get it? So this is the length also, and I'm going to smooth everything out. And so with the measurement, my bust is 48 divided by 4. That's going to be 12. Do you get it? So I'm cutting on the allowance. You see, at the crotch line I'm cutting on the allowance. Let's cut the back neck. So when I divided my bust into 4, which is 12, and then I also added 1 to it to make it 13 for ease. So 13, 1 inch for ease, and then added extra 1 for sewing allowance. So at the armhole area, when you measure, it's going to be 14 inches, and then I reduced 1 at the waistline. Do you get it? Then I'm going to cut the front armhole. You see, yes, I'm cutting the front armhole now. Okay, so after the next thing I'm going to do is to reduce the inner thigh, that is the inner leg of the front, 1 inch. So I reduce that side 1 inch. Yes, that is for the front, only the front. The inner thigh, the inner leg, yes, you reduce it. And then because I added 1 inch to the back for zip allowance, I took half inch from the front one. So the front one, I took half inch from it. Yes, instead of taking all the 1 inch allowance, zip allowance, I took half inch, and the half inch will be sewing allowance. Okay, so I'm just marking the wrong side. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use for my belt. That is the crotch line that I cut from it. That is it. I have 2.5, sorry, I have 3 inches, so like 3.5. yes. So this is it. What I'll do, I'm also marking the wrong side of it. So what I'll do is, when I take one, I'll fold it this way, and I'm going to sew it from that part all to the down. Then I'll turn it I'll turn it and then iron it very well. Do you get? This is what I'm going to use for my pocket. Now this is not how to cut pocket, but my fabric wasn't enough, so I decided to cut this way. The length is 8, the width is 7, which wasn't enough, so I'm going to place this on a lining also. Now you can place your hand on your fabric like this, open it as wide as you want, and then draw your hand shape to get your pockets shape. So this is going to be for my sleeve. I'm going to add sleeve to it. You can do it sleeveless. Now I have two, so I'm going to join and then I will pleat it. So this is for one sleeve and this one too for one sleeve. So I'm going to take you through. This is the width. I have about um 15.5 inches. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the middle, but before then I'll mark 4 inches. That is going to be for the armhole shape, and then let's shape our armhole. Okay, so this is, I'm going to place the other one on it so that I can get it equally. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so let's shape it together. Before I will shape the rest, that is the arm width, I will join the middle of the sleeve first, create my pleat, and then what will remain is what I will use to shape the arm width. Do you get it? Now I'm going to line my jumpsuit because I want some kind of effect for it. So I'm going to line it. You can decide to do this without lining. So I place the back one on the lining. Yes, I place the back one because the back one has all the allowances and all the major allowance, and then folded it down 2 inches. So I'm going to fold it again. So I folded like 4 inches and I'm going to cut it there. I came down by half inch from there and then cut the lining. So that's what I'm doing. So I place the back one on the lining to cut everything. After, I'll take it off and then I'll place the front one on it. So I took the back one, placed the front one on two of the linings, and then I'm cutting the front neckline and the excess allowance that we have. Okay, you see, and then front armhole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the line. I'm going to line it. The lining is going to face the front side, or sorry, the correct side of the fabric like this, and I'm going to sew it from the down first. So sew it this way from the down, and sew it and then open up, and then I'll do top stitch. Then after, I'll pull it for it to be equal with the neck and then the crotch. Do you get it? And then sew it all from the neckline through the crotch to the down. So I'm going to attach stiff to the neck side. You can do this without the stiff, but I just wanted to add stiff to it. So let's cut this. Okay, and then shape it very well. Please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Like and share these videos. I'm going to divide this into two for both fronts. Do you get it? So it's going to be like this. And then I'm going to iron on top. So this is it. I'm done with the ironing of the stiff. I also added stiff to the back neck. You can decide to do this without it, and that will be cool. Yes, so this is it, the front and the back of it. Okay, so let's put one aside and then work on one. So this is the front part. I'm going to join the middle this way from the crotch line to the neck line, to the neck. You see, yes, to the neck. I'm going to join it by half inch. Remember, we added half inch to the front line. Okay, and then this is the back. The back, we added extra 1 inch, so I'm measuring that 1 inch for the zip allowance. You see, 1 inch. And as I added 1 inch, when it was descending, I measured half inch. Do you get it? Even though you can see 1 inch, but I later measured half inch at the crotch line. So I'm going to measure from the neck to where I want my zip to be. So I measured about 12 inches. Do you get it? And I'll sew it from where I marked to the crotch. Okay, so this is the sleeve. I've made one sleeve, you see. So I'm going to work on the other one. So after joining the two pieces together, I pleated on both side, iron on top, and I'm going to sew that part. Then I'll add the lining to it like the way I have done for this one, you see. Please like and share this video. Subscribe if you have not yet done so. So I have attached the fabric to the lining, extended the lining a bit. Okay, so this is the belt. I'm down sewing. I shaped the edge a little bit. Okay, so this, I'm going to measure my waist. So that is 18. Yes, 18 shoulder to waist, and I came down by 1 inch. So from there, I'm going to attach my pocket to it. So I'm creating the same mark there. So there I'll sew on top, and then the next one, so the fabric faces the fabric, the right side will face the right side of each. Then you sew it this way, and this is where my zip is going to be. So this is the next one. For the front one, I'm going to also do the same. Measure 18, come down by 1 inch. That is shoulder to waist. That is what is 18. So do yours according to your shoulder to waist, and then attach the sleeve. So attach the pocket the same way as we did for the back. Okay, so we'll go and sew on it very well. Okay, so this is it. I've joined the pocket to it, and we are going to join front and back together, but before then we will attach our belt. So the belt will come up the pocket. You leave like half inch between the pocket and the belt, then you join it. Okay, half inch between the pocket, and then you will join the belt. Okay, so after, the next I'm going to do is to place the front, the back on the front. So this is the zip line. I'm going to attach my zip to it this way, you see. We are going to sew it like an invisible zip. So open the zip and then attach it this way, you see. So you're going to sew on the zip close to the edge very well on both sides. Then after, you're going to join shoulder to shoulder this way, you see, shoulder to shoulder this way, and then we are going to sew on top, you see. So join the lining together and the fabric also together, open it this way and join. So when you close it, is going to be like this. So after, the next thing to do is to make sure you arrange it very well, and then sew half inch from the armhole through. Then when you get to the pocket, you curve it to the pocket, sew it all through, and then you sew it down to the leg. Do you get it? So that's how we are going to do it. So this is it. I'm done. I've joined the zip. I've attached the zip. Now let's come to the crotch line. So you're going to join the crotch also by half inch. You're going to join the crotch by half inch. So this is it. Make sure that the middle meets very well, and then join it together, arrange it very well, and then you're going to sew on a half inch all through to it. So this is it. Then now, I, instead of marking half inch at the armhole, I measured, I think I sewed on 1 inch, so I was just cross checking the armhole. So I later came down to half inch. So this is the wrist, sorry, this is the sleeve, and so I did some small shaping according to my arm width. So measure your arm width. Mine was 18, which is divided by 2 is going to be 9. And I place the measurement there plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So this one, what I'm doing is cutting front armhole. So just from the armhole, mark half inch to meet the middle, that is the shoulder, and then cut. So one will be in, that is going to be for the front armhole, and then the higher one is going to be for the back armhole. Do you get it? So I'm just measuring my arm width. So I have 9 inches, you see, 9. I even have extra allowance of 2 inches, and I'm measuring my armhole, which is 12 inches. So 12 will join the 9 inches, that is the arm width. Yes. So I'm going to sew it that way. So I've joined one of the sleeves already. Now I'm going to join. When you are joining the sleeve, make sure that the front will meet the front armhole of the sleeve will meet the front armhole of the dress. Join it from the armpit, let it meet each other, the seam line meet each other, and then join it, sew it all round this way, you see, and that will be it. So this is it. If you don't understand anything, leave a comment. I'll make another video to explain it. So make sure that your zip is wide enough, where, because that's where you're going to put your leg. Do you get it? And this is our pocket side. So you wear the dress from the neckline, so make sure your zip is long enough. So this is it. Where it's long enough for your hip to go through. So I'm wearing this for you to see. Yeah, so this is the dress. This is it, you see. Very loose. So the belt is going to give it a shape at the waistline. And this is me. Yes, fam. Thanks so much for watching. This is the back. I really appreciate your support. Please follow me, like and share this video. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.